So this right here is a Strike King tungsten Slither rig, if you will. It's sort of new. I've never used it before, but it was in my box and I think I need to fix it. And one of the reasons is this. This is the band that comes on these, and can't really see it in the video, but that band has already started to develop cracks. Keep in mind, this thing's really never been used, but it's got some cracking in the bands. Not the greatest fan of this color anymore, and I want to fix it. And I'm going to change the color slightly to a Strike King tungsten, or Strike King silicone, more of a pumpkin color. And you can see this is an older Strike King pumpkin that I found, but I do like the color dispersion in it. And you can see it's got an old band here, but we're gonna fix this. We are going to fix this. So let's go. I'm gonna do this. A little bit of this. Drop it on there. Now, I want to try to preserve as much of this skirt as I can, just in case I ever want to use it again. So, pull it down. I'm going to as gently as I can, try to pop that out, just like that, without hurting the band. So, essentially, this stays. I can use this for another time. Maybe I can reuse the strands, but for the most part, we're going to put that one to the side. Just like that. Now this is an older a little bit, but you know, we're going to put this in much the same way we took the old out. Just going to stick this like this, stick it in like this, just kind of roll it on there, and I'm going to look, kind of pull this around, try not to damage too much of that band. Like I said, this is an older one that we had around the shop. So I'm gonna try not to break that band right now. That's coming. But we just wanna make sure everything's kind of distributed. I wanna make sure that kind of pumpkin's all the way, but I wanna make sure we don't have too little dispersion around it before we tie it up. But yeah, make sure it's nice and distributed all the way around. There we go. Here's when the fun part comes in. Yeah, I know, I'm using black wire. Probably shouldn't do that. I'm gonna tie this above the band. And this is simple. Anybody at home can do this. We can do this up here at the shop too, but anybody at home can do this. So, this is one of the things I like to do. I like to get that thing, and I like to make sure that's pulled relatively tight. Now, this is when you really, you know, we're getting to that time to where, hey, is there enough up top? How does it look? Do I need more from the bottom? Do I need to distribute more out? You know, you can make sure you got the strands separated. You can kind of give this a little bit of a pull, because you can loosen this up. You can give it a little bit of a pull, get some of that a little bit more up, pull some more from the bottom of the skirt. That way the top is just a little bit more even. Once again, make sure that kind of stays in place, but you know, just kind of take a look at it and see how it's distributing out. These Strike King skirts, they're pretty thin compared to what I do with just a normal, you know, some of my normal skirts, but you know, it'll fluff out. But what I'm looking for is, how does that look? Is it nice and evenly distributed? Which, you know what, it's getting there. I'm gonna give it another tug, one more tug. Pull it up a little bit more, scoot that back down there. Yep, there we go. Much better, much better. Much mo better, as my buddy Scott would say. All right, loop that up. So this is where you go and you give it a good pull this time. So I'm gonna give this a good pull. Once again, make sure that skirt is, you know, everybody's where they're supposed to be, because we're gonna get a little bit more forceful with it now. You know, really pull that down tight on there. Now this band is pretty much irrelevant. Now I'm going to pull these around, pull this around, and really what I'm doing this for is I'm pulling this around to kind of get these even, to know where we're going to cross over. It looks about right here. So we're going to cross this one over, we're going to pull this one, and then these are going to get pulled super tight as I can pull them. Now, once again, make sure this is kind of the last point while you can distribute these out, and make sure you're not overly bunched in one area or another. So at this point, kind of even it up, make sure it's good, and then we're going to cross over, and then we're going to start that tie down process. Now we got this twisted up. We got to twist it up a little bit. Let me give it one more twist. Now it's pretty tight right now, but what we're about to do to it, we're going to take these fine needle noses. You know, make sure you've got a good grip on the whole thing, and then twist it. So what this is going to do is it's twisting that bottom really tight. We're just getting that bottom twist out. You're getting that whole thing all through here. I'm gonna take the band. At this point, you can take the band off. You can throw it away. It's pretty worthless, and it's rotted out a little bit. So now we've got this thing. You know, there's no movement now. You can't move things around. It's distributed like it's going to be. As they say, it is what it is right now. Now, at this point, you can do a lot of things. I just typically take these little cutters, just pop that thing off right there. You can work on bending it over, but typically what I do is just take this fine thing right here and just gently, don't get stupid with it, just gently bend it over and just crimp it. All done. Now she'll go back in the jig box, and I've got a little bit of pumpkin that is kind of hard to find these days. You know, this is kind of pumpkin seed. It's an old Strike King color. But this is a color you don't see very much these days, so I wanted something a little bit different on this one. So let me know what you think. You guys re-skirt your weights anyway. Turned out pretty nice, gotta say.